What's up everyone, OJ here. Welcome back to another video. Today we've got some great information for you guys, so let's go ahead and get right into it. And we're starting off with this crazy mobile game called Mario Kart Tour. Can you believe just the other day they said 10 million downloads, then it was 20 million downloads, and now it's at 90 million downloads in its first week, and it's breaking all sorts of records for Nintendo mobile games. So 90 million unique downloads in its first week. This is Nintendo's fastest mobile game launch in its history. This is 6 times greater than the company's second best launch, which was Animal Crossing Pocket Camp. Mario Kart Tour has taken third place in terms of spending with 12.7 million. Android has proven to be the most popular platform for Mario Kart Tour, picking up 53.5 million downloads, or 59.5%. The game has generated 36.5 million downloads on iOS. The App Store players represented the majority of gross revenue, spending 9.6 million, or 75.5%. And of course, you know, us Android users out there using our brain a little bit more when it comes to this. No, I'm joking, kind of. But anyway, this is compared to Google Play users 3.1 million, or 24.5%. This gives Mario Kart Tour a revenue per download of 0.26 on the iOS compared to the 0.06 on Android. The United States did account for 13.2 million downloads, or 14%. The United States did also lead the way in revenue, accounting for 5.8 million, or 45.4% of the total. Japan finished the week just behind with 4 million in player spending, or 31.3%. France came in third with 752,000, or 6.4%. So this is pretty crazy that these numbers are kind of out there like this. I didn't expect Mario Kart Tour to hit 90 million downloads in its first week, especially because we just got news that it hit 10, then 20 million. I know it doubled like overnight. It was actually during one of my streams, it actually doubled, and I was like, oh snap, it's growing pretty quickly. And this is what I was talking about, that the mobile audience is really a lot different than the home console audience, because even if you have a free-to-play game, even in a big franchise, you're not going to get 90 million downloads in 1 week. It's just not going to happen. We've seen free-to-play games come out from big franchises, and you're just not going to get 90 million downloads on systems. So the mobile market is completely different. They like this microtransaction stuff and all that, but most of the people that are downloading the game aren't paying for anything. They're just playing the game and checking out and having fun when they feel like, and that's kind of how these free-to-play mobile games are. You just kind of play, and if you want to spend some money, you spend some money. If you don't, then you don't. It's free to play. It's a mobile game. So what are you guys' thoughts on Mario Kart Tour hitting 90 million? Let me know in the comment section below. All right, moving on to the next topic here. We're going to talk briefly about Dragon Quest XI Definitive Edition sales, or Echoes of an Elusive Age Definitive Edition. Such a long title. The sales for Japan actually just came out recently. This is the Switch version that has all the extra stuff and all the buffs and improvements to the game. I really like this game. I'm going to be doing more content on it. And this game sold 303,204 units in its first week of sales in Japan, which is really good considering that usually when you see games come out years later in Japan, people don't wait to play them and just buy it on whatever system it's on. But the Nintendo Switch doing pretty good with that. That bumped sales up of the Nintendo Switch to nearly 200,000 units sold, to be exact 196,489 units. So between Dragon Quest XI S Echoes of an Elusive Age Definitive Edition and the Nintendo Switch getting bumped up in sales, a lot of stuff there for the past 2 weeks with the Switch Lite launch, then also with this week with Dragon Quest. The Nintendo Switch has sold nearly 400,000 units in Japan, going towards 500,000. Probably next week it's going to be 500,000 units, or right around there, within a 2 to 3 week period. That is absolutely nuts. I honestly can't believe that Dragon Quest and the Switch Lite has done this much damage in this short of time period when it comes down to launching and bringing out some of the games with an older title. It's crazy, and I think it's going to get even crazier when it comes to the holiday, because you have Pokemon Sword and Shield, which is going to be a big game no matter how much people complain, because Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu, because people were really upset with that game and it still did really well and helped boost sales across the world. So I see Pokemon Sword and Shield even doing more, especially with the cheaper price point. This is going to be like a parent's favorite thing to buy in Japan. Is going to be the Switch Lite, or the Switch Lite, the Pokemon edition with Pokemon Sword and Shield. So Japan is definitely going strong with the releases on the Nintendo Switch and the Switch system itself. Also, other notable games, Atelier Ryza, that did pretty good. I know Koei Tecmo said it sold 150,000 units, or like shipped and digital plus physical, so that was pretty good. Code Vein opened up at 60,000 units plus, so not bad at all there. And Ease 9, that opened up at 45,000 units. Remember guys, none of the sales here include digital at all, so all these probably did a bit better. But yeah, it's good to see Dragon Quest do so well. I love that game. I think it's fully optimized and plays really well on the Nintendo Switch. And like I said, I got a video coming up on it. Well, another video. I've already done one. Make sure you guys watch that one. But I have another video coming up on it. The game is really, really, really good. So we'll talk about that some more. So what do you guys think about these Japanese sales for Dragon Quest XI's and also for the Nintendo Switch doing so well? No other system was even close, guys. Like the next closest system was the PlayStation 4 family of systems, so PS4 and PS4 Pro with 24,000 units plus. So nothing was even close to the Nintendo Switch with its 196,000 units plus. So what do you guys think about all this? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, I'm moving on to the next topic here. Could we be getting a Hunter x Hunter game from CyberConnect 2? And of course, I'm just including my own conjecture and my own wanting and hoping for that. There is no actual evidence based on this tease from the CyberConnect 2 president that there will be a Hunter x Hunter game, but we almost got one. They were very close in the poll when it comes to Gust and Koei Tecmo, so if they were paying attention, they would know that the next game on that list was Hunter x Hunter. But I want to read off what the CyberConnect 2 president had to say here. And this was the question, then I'll read the answer. If you were to make another anime game series like the Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm games, what anime would you choose? And here's what he had to say. I can't answer that. The reason being that we already have an idea and have begun developing it. So, well, when the timing is right, I'm sure the new project we are working on will be announced. Please look forward to that day. We are doing what we've been wanting to do. So I'm really hoping that this is Hunter x Hunter. I think Hunter x Hunter needs a good game in the franchise. And I'll be honest, I'm not big on the Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm games. I don't like them a lot, but I'll tell you this, they're a lot better than anything that's come out from the Hunter x Hunter camp in the past 20 years that they've been making games. All of the games are pretty bad. There's like no good games. I think there's maybe like a mobile game that might be passable, but for the most part, all of the games are bad. So if it was like Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm, but like a Hunter x Hunter skin slapped on top of it, I'll take that, because at least we'll get good graphics, at least we'll get good cutscenes, at least there'll be that, and at least they'll take the story and make the fights even better. Like they'll make them even better, because that's the one thing that CyberConnect 2 is really good at, taking like the scenes from the anime and making them even better than what they were in the anime. So I do think that if they did a Hunter x Hunter game, I'd be excited for that. So let's just hope that we get that at some point, because it's been long overdue. So what do you guys think about this? Do you guys enjoy CyberConnect 2's games? Do you guys like the Naruto games? What are your thoughts on all of this? I'd love to hear what you guys have to say in the comment section below. All right, now moving on to the next topic here. Pokemon Sword and Shield will include 18 gyms with major and minor leagues. So it does seem like the games are going to be a little bit harder for people out there. So this was in a new interview with the directors of the game. Game Informer has a scoop on this. They've been talking about Pokemon and showing off all sorts of cool videos. So make sure you guys check out Game Informer for all of the newest information out there. But I wanted to talk about this just a bit because I'm a Pokemon fan and we haven't really got a ton of good news when it comes to Pokemon, but this is good news. So this is what he had to say. There are 18 different types of gyms in the story, and depending on the version, which gyms are in the minor league and which gyms are in the major league are different. For example, in Sword, the fighting type gym will be in the major league, but in Shield, the ghost type. The idea is that every year the Galar region is playing and which gyms make it into the minor league versus the major league changes. So pretty cool stuff there. I like the fact that they're kind of mixing things up, minor and major, and there's 18 gyms. That's not bad. I think the last time that we got this many gyms was Heart Gold, Soul Silver. There was like 16 or so in there. So to have 18 gyms, major and minor leagues, it's a start when it comes down to it. So I do like that, and I personally like what they're doing with the game. Obviously, there's some stuff that they can do to make the game better, and I think that they're going to get better over time. And I understand the complaints from Pokemon fans when it comes to like the cut Pokemon and all of that stuff. I understand, but I'm still excited to play a new Pokemon adventure in HD. I know the graphics aren't the best. I get that, and trust me, hopefully they improve them over time. I think they will, just like X and Y to Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Moon and all of that. I think they'll improve them, but it's better than the 3DS. You know what I'm saying? It's better than the 3DS, and I can actually stream it because 3DS capture cards are stupid. So I'm excited to be able to share my Pokemon adventures with you guys, to at least have HD visuals. Like I said, I know they're not the best, but at least have HD visuals and get a game on the big screen in addition to playing anywhere that you want. And it'll probably look pretty good when it's in portable play on the Switch Lite or something like that. But what are you guys' thoughts on this in particular when it comes to the 18 gyms, minor and major leagues? Let me know in the comment section below. All right, moving on to the last topic here. We have some unfortunate news when it comes to Mario and Luigi RPG series developer Alphadream. They have filed for bankruptcy, or they've declared for bankruptcy. So these guys have done so many of the really good Mario and Luigi games. A lot of people really do like their games dating all the way back to the GBA, the pixel art and everything, the stories, the writing was always really good. And unfortunately, they have declared for bankruptcy. Now, the company has been in business since January of 2000. More details will be shared once they are made known. And I think there was some more details that they're 4.3 million in debt. So it does seem like they're done. And their website as well was shut down. So this doesn't look good, but I do think that Nintendo can probably pick up some of these developers and maybe get an in-house developed Mario and Luigi game for the Nintendo Switch. I think their last game, the Bowser's Inside Story Plus and all that, obviously putting it out in 2019 on the Nintendo 3DS was not a good idea because people don't want to play it on a 3DS. If that game would have come out on Switch, it probably would have done triple or more of the sales because it was one of the worst selling ones. And because people have just moved on from the 3DS. All of the core gamers that are playing games that would play a game like Mario and Luigi are on Switch. They've either sold their 3DSs, given them away, or just don't care enough to go buy it. And I think that was the thing with me. It was just like, oh, well, whatever. And nobody was talking about it. And you can't stream 3DS games. And in today's day, with the market and how things are, you got to be able to show off a game or play it. People want to see that on YouTube and Twitch, and most people don't have 3DS capture cards, so you don't get a lot of the modern streamers doing that. Very few people are going to do that in today's day with the Switch out and so many games being released, especially with this crazy lineup we've had this year. So that was just the unfortunate thing for Mario and Luigi. But I do think that the developers can be hired. They're not a huge studio, so I think that they can get new jobs, and I do feel that Nintendo maybe can kind of step in and say, all right, we can get a Mario and Luigi game, or maybe even Paper Mario kind of goes back to being the main RPG series, because that was one of the reasons why that Paper Mario kind of went in the direction that it did, is because they had Mario and Luigi and the RPG series there, so they didn't want it to be redundant. So maybe they kind of shift it back into that, hire some of Alphadream, hire some of Intelligent Systems to kind of get that going, and we kind of get that when it comes to the Mario RPG series of games moving forward, not the Mario and Luigi games in particular. So what are you guys' thoughts on this? I'd love to hear what you guys have to say on all the different topics from Mario Kart, Famitsu, Dragon Quest, Switch sales, Cyber Connect 2, maybe a Hunter x Hunter game, Pokemon Sword and Shield, and this. Love to hear what you guys have to say in the comment section below. All right, guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Going to check out the link in the description below. We got Facebook and Twitter. Go and give us a like and a follow on our social media. Hit that like button if you did like this video. Let me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to PlayerEssence for latest RPG, Japanese, and Nintendo gaming news. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace.